Indian leaders are formulating a response to a suspected militant attack in the northern Jammu and Kashmir territory. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has called for a special security cabinet meeting after cutting short his two-day trip to Saudi Arabia. At least 26 people were killed and 17 injured after a group of gunmen opened fire in the popular tourist town of Pahalgam yesterday. It's the worst ambush on civilians that the country has seen in nearly 2 decades. Mr. Modi has condemned the terror attack and vows to bring the perpetrators to justice. India's Minister of External Affairs echoing Mr. Modi's sentiments and criticizing the attack as cowardly. Militant group the Kashmir Resistance has claimed responsibility on social media. It expressed discontent regarding outsiders in the region, spurring a, quote, demographic change. Indian security agencies say the group is a front for Pakistan-based militant organizations. Pakistan's foreign ministry said it is concerned at the loss of lives of tourists. Security across Indian-controlled Kashmir has been tightened, with the wider Kashmir Valley closing down following the incident. Hundreds of personnel have also been deployed to search for the suspected gunmen who remain at large. Muheet reports.
The Kashmir Valley is observing a near-complete shutdown in protest against Tuesday's killing of at least 26 people, most of them tourists. Many businesses and schools were closed. Political, religious and trade leaders in the Kashmir Valley had called for a shutdown. It is the first protest against such an attack in the valley in 35 years. Witnesses said 3 to 4 gunmen opened fire after appearing from the forests of Pahalgam, an iconic tourist destination in the region.
हमको लगा कि ये पटाखे हो रहे हैं, तो उसके बाद जब हमने भीड़ भाड़ देखी है, सब लोग दौड़ते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं, तो हमने धुआं ही धुआं देखा है वहाँ पे। तो फिर हमने जब ये शोर हुआ वहाँ पे, तो हम भी उस तरफ भागे, तो वहाँ पे देखे कुछ पड़े हुए थे और जख्मी भी थे, 5-6 जख्मी भी थे और 1-2 की जान भी गई थी वहाँ पे।
Among the dead are 2 foreigners and 24 Indian nationals. Those injured were rushed to nearby medical facilities. India's Home Minister Amit Shah arrived shortly after the incident to review the security situation. He also paid tribute to the deceased and promised the harshest consequences for the perpetrators of the attack. Local residents and non-locals organized protests and held solidarity marches in different parts of the Kashmir Valley.
इन लोगों ने क्या खाना खा रहे तो वहां से आया पैसा 4 तो मैं कमाता हूँ, मेरा भाई कमाता है, मेरी बहन कमाती है, मेरा मजदूर कमाता है, मेरा घोड़ा वाला कमाता है। क्या यही इंसानियत है? ये भाई तो इसलिए खड़े, इन्होंने कहा कि इंसानियत का गला घुटा लोगों ने।
India's top anti-terror agency, the National Investigation Agency or NIA, released the sketch of those believed to be behind the attack. Muheet, CNN, India.
And for more, Neha, Poonia joins us live from New Delhi. Neha, thank you for joining us. Now, we've heard remarks from Prime Minister Modi. Talk us through the Indian government's response to this terror attack.
Well, Prime Minister Narendra Modi cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia, arriving here in New Delhi in the early hours of Wednesday, after which he was briefed by his national security advisor. He's held a slew of meetings through the day looking at India's security and defense responses. And he put out a post on the social media platform X a short while ago where he said that those behind this heinous act will be brought to justice. They will not be spared, and that India's resolve to fight terrorism is unshakable and it will only get stronger. A short while back, India's defense minister has said that India is preparing, quote, a strong response, against the perpetrators of this attack very soon, as well as he says India will act against shadow actors as well. And of course, Amit Shah, who's India's Home Affairs Minister in charge of internal security, like you said, he's been in Kashmir through Wednesday. He is Prime Minister Narendra Modi's right-hand man, and he's led the government's response on the ground. He's visited the site where this attack happened, and he's reviewed security there. He's also met with survivors and families of victims, promising them justice and also saying, quote, that India will not bend to terror. He's also reviewed security arrangements. More troops have been deployed across Kashmir as the government assesses, what were the factors that led to what is the deadly deadliest attack against civilians in India in nearly 2 decades. And this is significant because Kashmir is already one of the world's most militarized regions. It's been home to an armed insurgency against the Indian government for many, many decades. But the revocation of its special status in 2019, the government claimed, stamped out that insurgency, which is why this attack, which is very similar to the ones we saw in early 2000s when the militancy effort was at its peak, is hugely concerning, security analysts say.
A very tense situation there. A manhunt is underway for the assailants. What's the latest on that front?
That's right. We've seen how the Jammu and Kashmir police has been looking for those gunmen involved in this attack. But the federal police, which reports to the Union Home Ministry and to the Home Affairs Minister Amit Shah, have also arrived in Kashmir on Wednesday. They've been conducting search operations. Like I was telling you, security has been hiked as well. And what the government has done is it's released the sketches of 3 of the suspects. We were hearing from security agencies that there were at least 6 gunmen involved. 4 were actually present at the site of the attack on Tuesday afternoon when they opened fire on tourists. And of course, there's talk of the involvement of a group called the Resistance Front, which is believed to be a shadow group linked to the Pakistani-based Lashkar-e-Taiba group. And we've also heard, of course, from the opposition who've urged the government, striking a rare note of solidarity, urging them to use all its strength to find the terrorists who are behind this attack, calling this an attack on the Indian state itself.
Many thanks for that update. Neha, Poonia reporting live from New Delhi. And responding to the attack in Kashmir, Singapore Foreign Affairs Minister Vivian Balakrishnan says the nation strongly condemns terrorism and it stands with India at this difficult time. He says he is deeply saddened by the attacks that caused many deaths and injuries. The Foreign Affairs Ministry says that as of now, it has no information that any Singaporeans were among the casualties. Its High Commission in New Delhi is closely watching the situation.